animal shelter report for September. It's a 2-page thing. They still have 12 cats. They still have 7 dogs. Ultimately is the culmination of that report.
Feels like a lot compared to what they have had.
You know,
Well, those numbers are really very reasonable for the
Yeah.
county.
Yeah.
I don't see anything on the report that have questions on, so I move we accept.
I'll second that motion. The motion passes.
I'll just enter that into the record.
Okay.
Okay, next I'm gonna have, also I put in front of you the county treasurer's monthly report submitted by Treasurer Ed Dyer.
There again, Steve, I see no reason to question anything that he submitted, so I move we accept.
I'll second that motion. Motion passes.
Okay. I had sent to you all, the Upper Wabash River Basin Commission wanted, they sent the budget estimate for everybody in there, the, Adams, Wells, Jay, and Huntington counties. And it looks like, in looking that over, projected funding appropriation is the same. It's gonna be $2,000. They just, ask that I bring that before the commissioners to review. And I would just want to get a motion
Enter that
that
into the
you have
record.
accepted the review.
Move.
Second.
Do you want to look at that at all?
Is that to pay 2,000 for the?
Well, it's going to be, it's just the budget
Just to
for the
review the
upper,
budget.
it's done every year,
Annual payment.
Yeah.
annual pay.
It's coming.
And they're not really approving the 2,000, they're just approving that they reviewed that budget estimate.
You have the invoice for that though, right, Tony?
I think we've already had it. Yeah, I think we have.
Yeah, might already be
I
paid.
think that,
I'm
I
not
think
sure.
that was one they sent to the wrong place.
They did. Yeah, I think we got that straightened out. Okay.
Okay. And then next we have Eastern Alliance Workers' Comp. And that is in the amount of $1,408.06. 140806 for Workers' Comp, Eastern Alliance.
Move that we pay the workman's comp.
Second. Motion passes.
Okay, next we have one of the Allied Weekly Health Insurance claims. These are in the amount of $16,532.87. And that is all medical, and I verified the claimants, $16,532.87.
Move that we pay all medical allied.
Second. Motion passes.
And I had also sent to you all the monthly clerk's report submitted by Shelley Bright. I do have the paper copy here, but I had emailed that out earlier as it's several pages. If you want to look at it, I have it here. Otherwise,
I had no problem with the clerk's report, Steve, unless
agree.
you, okay,
Nope, saw
so
it.
moved,
Second.
accept.
Motion passes.
And then we have payroll claims for 9/26 in the amount of $389,914.65. $389,914.65 for payroll claims.
Move that we have payroll claims of $389,914.65
Second.
for Friday.
Motion passes.
That is Friday, payday's Friday, right?
Yeah,
Coming
that was the payroll date of 9/26 right there.
9/26, okay. Got one, I don't know where we are on the calendar.
It's always kind of weird because we're always going forward. Payroll time card approval. You have been sent the appointed department head time cards.
I reviewed those and saw no questions that I have.
Same here.
Move we accept.
Second.
Okay, and then the payroll AP claims, which you know are the benefits attached to payroll, and those AP claims are $346,192.84, $346,192.84.
I move we accept the 346,192.84 and settle it.
Second. Motion passes.
Mary Jane's the one that ordered that in the audit a year or two ago, and she saw that we're doing that now, and so I'm like, well, It's a good thing.
Well, just a real quick question on the benefits on that amount. That would include health insurance, it would include all of the
I
other,
would say everything that's attached to their payroll
okay,
as a benefit. Would that be correct, Shannon?
I didn't catch the first part, what you presented, I didn't hear.
on
that.
the,
What all benefits does the AP claims, what does that include?
we approved 346,000, 192.84 would involve
That's probably the payment that we're making for claims incurred. Yeah, so it's when people go to the doctor, it's the money that we have to spend to cover those.
health insurance.
Am I getting that right?
Well, we're
No,
talking about
We're talking about it.
payroll AP claims.
The thing that we.
So I
have-
think what we're talking about is perf, we're talking about
Yeah,
federal withholding, state withholding, everything
Everything.
that we have to cut a check for, except for the checks to the employees related to payroll.
That's what that should
Is
be.
what I believe it is.
That's what I think it is.
Is
yeah,
that right?
I think so.
I
Yeah.
think so too.
yeah, the point I'm trying to make is, you know, a lot of people apply for a job at Adams County because of that. Because of all of the benefits that we provide, and that's a good way to hold good people.
I just had somebody this morning come back, that used to work here and tell me that that's why they're back, so.
Yeah, okay, go ahead, Tony.
Okay, next we have the accounts payable claims. I think those are emailed out to you as well.
Right?
If I remember correctly, we had highway and bridge might have both had some good size things in there. But that amount is 670,634.83. Accounts payable claims.
Accounts payable, I saw no problem, Steve.
Yep, I saw them too.
Okay,
Reviewed those.
move we accept.
Second, motion passes.
Hope about a lot of paper, Eric.
Yeah.
I'm taking a while.
I reloaded over the weekend.
Okay, now we have, this is the second weekly health insurance claim since we missed last week. And that weekly health insurance claims in the amount of 19,695.53, 19,695.53.
Move that we accept the weekly
That's all medical.
claims, no medical.
All
Okay,
that.
second, motion passes.
Okay, make sure this is the last thing. Yeah. Final thing that I have today would be the Allied monthly health insurance claims. And that's more the administrative side of things. And that is in the amount of 69,216.85, 69,216.85.
Move we accept and pay.
Second, passes.
And that finishes up what I had.
That was a lot.
Yeah, I don't think I had anything else for you, Tony.
And I'll come down. to
Doug,
get
anything
those.
else for
No, I
Tony before we
don't.
move on?
I'll get the stuff feed to him.
Moving on to Nate, come on down.
Thank you.
Double check, make sure we
All
got it signed. I think we did.
Good morning. A couple of different project updates now with 2 weeks. I got a big page here, but a big picture too. So,
We like pictures.
yes, always makes for good, good media. Bridge 180, asphalt is actually scheduled to be placed tomorrow, Wednesday. And guardrails to be installed on Thursday following that. So if everything goes according to that schedule, we should be able to open the bridge and that roadway intersection as early as this Friday.
Good.
So,
Good
and
deal.
that is again, Bridge 180, it's 650 west and 825 south. That's where that's located.
That's Judy who's doing that?
Yep.
Okay, good.
So, and Bridge 155, that's the one just started here recently with Brumbaugh. That's on 11 south and between 275 and 400 east. Brumbaugh poured the concrete approaches and the rigid deck overlay last Friday morning. Asphalt approaches are scheduled to be placed this Friday. There's a few other minor items as far as the final deck preparation. We gotta do some tiling on the bridge deck there. What you see in the photo actually is kind of the big note for that bridge. I'll note that we did have one buggy decide to cross the bridge soon after the concrete was poured. The tracks you see in the photo did cross over the concrete and exited the bridge on the other side. The buggy jumped the concrete forms on both sides, and the driver removed some equipment out of the way to make room for it, because between the barricades and other equipment, we were trying to make sure nobody would accidentally cross this. Although no damage on the deck was apparent, the concrete had not yet passed the minimum compressive strength, so no equipment was to be on the bridge by contractors. We just got our first test cylinder late Monday. So we're not even quite there yet at that time. We suspect this happened sometime on Sunday, late Sunday afternoon, because of when the concrete was poured and what was there. So concrete's still very green, but certainly not something we want to see. Certainly, we did our best efforts, myself and the contractor, to try to avoid having anybody cross that, but certainly this was intentional. So thought I would make you aware of that. Update then on Bridge 44, that's County Road 200 West between 224 and County Road 550 North, just west of Decatur. Pioneer Construction closed that bridge to traffic on Monday, so all the signs are out. And they're scheduled to start milling and the overlay work today. So they're gonna be milling the concrete off and some of the approach work prep. The hydro demolition is not scheduled until Monday of next week. I think that's the earliest they could get their subcontractor in to do that. That project is scheduled for a total closure of up to 45 days. Certainly with things going as they are right now, we're certainly anticipating it's gonna be under that schedule. So, but that's the update that I have for you today as far as those three projects.
So 155, think it'll be open a week from today or something of
I
that nature?
am hoping to be open next week. So there's a transverse grooving process. That's a final finish on the surface concrete. That is scheduled to be done next Monday or Tuesday. Once that's complete, I don't believe there's anything else that we'd be.
No guardrail, there's no guardrails on
Yeah,
that.
the guardrail was to remain existing, so there wasn't any changes to the guardrail. It's all just a deck and approach work that was being done. So, but other than that, we should be, two of these ought to be open in the next 7 days, and then the last one is here starting up soon, or starting up now. So,
Very good.
thank you.
Thanks, Nate.
Thanks, Nate.
Brad. What have you got? Brad and Paul. Good morning, gentlemen.
Guys,
Morning, guys. So first thing, I'll let Paul go ahead and go first. Good.
I came this morning to ask permission to seek bids to build the next dump truck. It'd be for the pipe crew. It's a simple truck. No, it won't have a snow plow or belly blade. It's just made for the pipe crew dump truck, and it'll have a hitch for chip seal. Other than that, that's about it. So I'm seeking permission to go ahead and,
single,
it's a tandem axle.
tandem.
So just
It's one of the
seeking.
chassis we already have.
Right.
Oh,
We already have the-
okay, I
We already
see.
have the chassis, just looking to get it in line to get the bed put on it and stuff like that, so I'm seeking permission to go seek bids for that.
I don't have any problems. You guys know what they're doing?
Yep, nope, makes sense to me.
Okay, so moved.
Second,
Thank you,
passes.
gentlemen. Updates that we're doing, the 400 south between 550 and the Wells County line, the build of that road to transition it to chip seal is the stones on it. We're in the process of cutting side ditches and getting those looking good, so.
Mile stretch.
Be from 550 to 700.
Okay.
So,
more.
Mile and a
Mile and a
half. So we're working on that. The next road would be 500 south, and we're working on utilities moving there, so.
Now that, the first one you're talking about, that would be prep now for next year then?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're hoping to get that one in 500 south done between 5 and 550 west,
500
to where we can spray those next year. So they'll turn to chip seal next year, hopefully.
Okay.
That,
Just gravel. Just to review, how many miles of gravel we got left in the county now? Approximate. How many?
6. Roughly 105, 106.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some of those will never. Yeah.
So that's the updates I have.
So
Speaking
Couple
of,
things.
speaking of that, Brad, do you have a 5-6 year plan on other stone roads that might be converted down
yes, we
the
actually
pike?
have
Well, we have the new process where the landowners have some skin in the game. They give us the extra right of way so we can make a 60-foot right of way instead of a 40. So we have, what, another,
We have those
Another
two
3
we would like to do
miles.
this year, or prep them
For
next year.
next year,
Chip seal them.
yeah.
And then we have, 2 miles,
400,
and then between 2 and 3 on 250, another mile.
and then
And
600.
then 600 would be 600 east. And was that
That's a
a
mile.
mile?
So about
So-
4
So-
miles.
About
coming.
four miles of prep
Yes.
for 26.
Well, but this also all hinges on getting utilities moved,
Yeah,
Right.
you know?
yeah.
So basically, yes, the next few years of these road conversions are planned.
Yeah.
Yes. Good, good
Yeah.
deal.
If you get a chance, just jot those down. Oftentimes I might get somebody that says, hey, I'd like to have my road paved. I'd like to have something. I say, well, this is the superintendent and assistant superintendent's, basically, this is their plan.
Mhm.
That helps me answer that question.
Sure.
Okay, good. Thanks.
So basically, other than that, 700 south, they seeded the grass. Good. So that
Yeah, I saw that. Looks good.
should be done.
Looks good, yeah.
Yeah, it does. It looks pretty good there.
Yeah. Now, when does that officially become a burn road?
That's something we're gonna have to discuss. We'll get with, Mark and Clayton or whatever, and the city of Bern, and we'll figure that out, like, when that officially will happen. So, and then, don't like to talk about this, but we've got our salt in, big salt order we have in. And all the V blades been going through and are ready.
Good,
So, hopefully we don't need them.
Yeah.
Good deal.
How many tons of salt you think you're ordering? How many?
We got 100 ton delivered last week. Yeah.
It's here now or what?
It's here. It's in the salt barn right now.
And kind of a reminder to go with that, we do mix that with like smaller stone, like stone sand. Is it 3-to-1?
3-1.
So it's a ratio of 3
3 scoops of
scoops
sand
of
and 1
sand to 1 scoop of salt. So it does make a lot larger quantity.
Yeah, for corners primarily.
Yeah.
Yeah, intersections.
Hills, curves, bridges, corners.
Now, speaking of this, V blades, I'm pushing snow, we're pretty well back to V blades and not the side throws, right?
We use the belly blades.
Yeah, but
But-
didn't we have some front end side?
Yeah, would you like some? We still have them for
Still
sale. They're for sale.
Are they, is that something that we'd want to move on, or is it something that?
We have been trying. I mean, Steve,
We actually had them run through an auction, didn't
well,
we?
the Golden
Run
Meadows.
through the Golden Meadows
Yeah.
auction, couldn't get a bid on.
Really?
Yeah.
The plows that were bought were made, they would be really good for a city. They're not so much for a
Yeah.
county road because
Don't
it
get
throws the
throw.
snow out right at the mailbox height. So
Yeah.
every mailbox you go by, even if you
Boom.
slow way down,
Gone.
it'll still pull it right off the
Gone.
post.
Yeah.
So
Well, you got, find somebody has a use for them.
Yeah,
Well,
we have tried.
yeah, we thought,
Yeah.
well, maybe when we start
How many you got?
getting the used trucks, we'll start putting them on the front as a package.
There you
Yeah.
go. There
Yeah.
you go.
How many of those do you have? Those,
There's 6 of them.
6 of them?
Yeah.
And they're
You'd
not
think they could
light.
be retrofitted maybe for the back of a 3-point hitch of a tractor or something.
No, I would
But
think
Yeah.
they could.
that could plow a
Yep.
While your farm
long
drivers.
driveway or whatever. Yeah,
That's good. I like to put that to me.
yeah. I know people that have done that, so,
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
not with those particular blades, but.
Okay,
Other than
Okay.
that,
okay.
still mowing, still out patching, fortunately, with the weather being the way it is.
One of the, I just got an email this morning. This is regarding 500 West, which recently was made really nice from 124 to 218.
Yep.
Mhm.
The email refers to the fact that now that that's, and when I use my GPS to get Southern Wells, for instance, it takes me that route.
Yeah.
So that road is so nice, and I think it's getting a lot more traffic and probably at a higher speed. So what,
I
so
did
what
get
this,
the email, by the way.
what this email was regarding was failure to stop on the side roads that are feeding into that 500 West.
Yep.
As I begin to think about this whole strategy of having these community crossings type roads that are maybe a little better than the alternative that may be 1 mile either way of that road, which I think is 500, fits 500 NT south of 124. You know, we've got 300 north that's probably fits into that same I drove 300 North again on Sunday after church. And it's like, man, this is nice. Feels like I ought to be doing 65 mile an hour on here, even though I wasn't. Sheriff's not here, but I wasn't. But the point that was made, I think, within this email was, as we begin to improve those roads to the point where they become preferred roads of travel, the roads that come up to them, is there something we could do to emphasize the stop sign that sets there? I know at one point we talked about little spinners on top of
They're already
it.
on there.
Okay, are they already?
That intersection, they are on there.
Okay, very good.
Yes.
And
Well,
the
that's-
trees have all been trimmed up. You can see at the stop sign.
And unfortunately, we can't cause people that just want to blow a stop sign. There's nothing we can do to cause them not to do that.
Yeah.
But as we think about these roads that are gonna be, they're not state highways, but they're gonna get a lot more traffic because they're just so much nicer.
Yeah.
So those, maybe that improved stop sign visibility could become kind of a standard
Yeah,
along
and
those
that's the other
roads.
thing I was gonna say too. Actually, that intersection there, coming up to the stop signs both ways, there's nothing there. There's nothing. in
Just
the
grounds
way.
right now.
And unfortunately, probably what the driver thought was, I can see for 5 miles that
Yeah.
nothing's coming. There's no reason for me to even slow down, and he didn't.
Yeah.
So,
You know, obstruction this time of the year is still corn stalks that's
Yeah.
standing.
That's
Yeah.
about all that's on that corner is
Yeah.
corn stalks. So.
Yep, those spinners.
well, I appreciate the fact
Well-
that you've got those spinners on that intersection, and continue to think about how we deploy those really. I know they're not free.
Yeah,
They're a lot cheaper than, we talked about something else that was a
Yeah,
lot
The
more
LEDs.
expensive. The LEDs, yeah, the LEDs are a lot cheaper than the
And
LEDs.
we've had this issue on 000 from Monroe to Byrne for years and years. And those roads you're talking about compare with 000, if not better.
Well, one of the things, and Jim, right? Jim is here. One of the things we're gonna talk about is just one notch down in the agenda. Have you guys got anything else
yes,
for
that
us?
was all the.
That was all we had.
Yep.
so.
Maybe we'll just cover this while you guys
That's
are
fine.
here.
Yep.
One of the things that Jim emailed me about and brought to my attention was related to bus stop arms. And I know this probably doesn't tie right into
Jim
your
Government.
area
Government.
area of expertise.
last name?
Painter.
Painter.
But, and I was hoping the sheriff would be here, but one of the things that Jim brought to my attention, and the sheriff reiterated whenever I brought it to his attention, was we've had a lot of individuals who are disregarding the bus stop signs when the arm's extended and our kids are at risk. And I don't know that there's a more a stop sign violation that causes me more concern than the violation on those buses. And to be quite honest with you, I get really upset, and I know Jim is. Jim, what have you got?
Would you guys like to see a video I have?
Sure.
I don't know how to put it up on the screen,
Yeah.
but if you guys wanna. This is
Bus was stopped.
now my kids are standing right there.
Oh, boy.
And then I do have another one. I had 2 within the same week. And it's just, now, granted, the lights are on, stop arms out. And just blew right by the bus.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Well, what
Yes,
what I've talked to the sheriff about is to make sure that whatever we've got that we can do to prosecute those things, I think we prosecute those to the fullest extent of the law. And I know that many of our buses, both Adams Central, South Adams, not sure about North Adams, have cameras on those stop arms. And so there's nothing you guys can do about this, but it's a concern that I have. And I think from a traffic perspective, I think it's just egregious when somebody makes that kind of a,
And for them to claim that they couldn't see a great big yellow bus with
Yeah.
flashing lights all
Yeah.
over it, it makes it hard to believe.
yeah.
And yesterday I was down south looking at 700, so I stopped at the bus garage and talked to them. Those amber lights on those buses, they put them on, they come on 200 feet before the stop.
Yeah,
And then, once they stop, then the red
then
lights.
the red
on
lights
too.
come out.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy that people would have any
Yeah.
excuse to not stop for that red light stop arm.
Well,
So-
the only thing that I can think of, Steve, that would go a little bit beyond what we're already attempting to do would be if another citizen is following a vehicle that blows through it, to immediately call the sheriff and give a description of the vehicle. You know, it might help.
Yeah, I don't know. And Jim, you probably chased this dog a lot.
Yeah.
Tell
Well,
us what your recommendation
We
would
moved
be.
out there December of last year. We've had 5 people run the stop sign
Yeah.
on that bus. And now I'm out there videoing it, and our sheriff department is awesome. The Byrne Police Department, awesome. I call in, within 10 minutes, I have a unit in my driveway. They airdrop the video, so they have it. Officer Huff gets it. And after that, I don't know what happens. I wish I did,
Yeah,
but I have, you know, that,
Right.
I don't have access to that. I hope they give tickets or citations.
yeah.
Um,
Well, I think you just coming in and having the news media here
I think
can't
that's,
hurt us.
I think
all-
that's what we can do. Is
all I
get some
want
publicity
is-
out there.
Is, let me,
Give him a lead paragraph.
I just, as a parent, my job is to protect my kids.
Yeah, right.
All I'm asking, I bought 2 of these on my own, 500 some bucks. I just want them put up.
And again,
And
I don't know
we-
whether.
I've asked Brad and he said, yes, I could put them up off the right of way. But I'm thinking, I don't like
Yeah.
that, but
Yeah, I don't know what the legal ramification is of that.
I told Jim, I explained to him, we don't have any up anywhere in the county. We don't.
Yeah.
Now, you'll see them on some state roads and that.
I have
We don't-
seen some on the state
Yeah.
routes.
I,
yes.
we do
I
not have
kind of
any,
want to see that change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So I don't know how we, unfortunately, Jim, if you stop, where do you stop putting those signs up? It's like every half a mile or so, you would have one of those signs. So I kind of see Brad's hesitation to
I do
stop
too.
that.
I do too.
Let's try this first. Let's ask for the media to help us out, to publicize this as a point of emphasis for our law enforcement agencies, that we'll begin to look harder at these and try to find those violators, and that they will be prosecuted.
Yeah, and then I think there's a direct correlation between people who are violating cell phones and texting and driving and running signs, whether it's a
You're
stop
probably
sign
right.
or a bus sign.
Right.
And, just to keep hitting on that,
Yeah.
quit it, don't do it.
Yeah. But, all their agencies are working together.
Yeah.
They're tremendous. They're,
Yeah.
I really
I know
think-
they care as much about our kids, almost as much as we do
Yes,
about our
Officer
kids.
Huff
So,
is awesome, and
Yeah.
the sheriff department's been great,
very good.
so.
Well, Jim reached out to me, and he and I have had a couple of conversations. I told him we would try to at least elevate the visibility of the problem, see if we can't make some dent.
Okay.
And
That's great.
maybe WZBD too. Thank you.
Ed's on it.
Heads on it.
Yeah, just thank you for your time.
Yep.
Jim, you
Thanks,
live
Jim.
between what 2 other roads on?
400 south and 5-6.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep. Thanks, guys. See ya.
Have a good day.
Yep,
Thanks,
thanks,
Jim.
thanks for coming in.
in.
I did talk to Dan
Uh-huh.
after Jim called our
Okay.
office. They have issued citations,
Okay.
and if requested, they'll put a deputy on the bus.
Okay. Good. Good deal.
So,
That's a busy
so
road.
they are doing what they're supposed to
Yeah.
do.
Very good.
There's no passing.
I drive that all the time.
Yeah.
I don't see Rick here, so we're gonna move on from Rick.
Steve, the only thing on Rick's time.
Yes.
Rick did provide me with a proposed contract from, it was from Dilling Crews to do some electrical junction box work over at the courthouse.
Yes,
I
had to
know,
do with the generator backup, I think. Yes.
He had provided it to me, and I know we've kind of been out since he did that. I just wanted to ask for you guys' authority to kind of provide some edits back to the Dilling.
Sure,
Crews.
please do. Yeah, that's what we count on you for.
Normally not super concerned, but this one kind of raised a couple flags, so I'll get those back to Rick and we can shoot it back.
We appreciate you reviewing that and watching our backside, so thank you. Okay. Mark, come on up. Thanks for coming in, Jim.
Hey, have a good day.
Glad to
be here.
You too, Jim.
Yeah, forward.
You're just causing trouble.
What you got today?
One, but it's in two pieces.
Okay.
How's that? So this is, one owner of two properties, so they took one property and did 3 lots and did another property and did 2 lots. So it's two minors, but it's one subdivision now because it's owned by one person.
Okay.
But it had to be done in two separate.
One they trip.
Separate things. Sorry, I tried to come talk to you earlier, but
Okay,
you were in your sheets, your other meeting this morning.
Oh,
whatever that was.
drainage, yeah.
Bigler Road, 300 east, 550 north.
Out there where things are run straight.
Yeah.
350
550
east.
north right here.
The edge of Decatur here.
Railroad track, old railroads out there somewhere.
Well, that's
Right
on
there.
this side.
Yeah, it's right here, I bet.
Yep.
Okay.
So he's,
They,
taking this right here.
Okay. Nice size lots.
now this is 2 lots actually for today. And so he's taking one of the 2 and making these 3, and he's taking the other and making
Okay.
2.
That oil sheets on there. Well, we're paying through your committee and everything like that, so.
Actually, should I just do it this way? It makes more sense.
Okay,
It's
so
1 to 2, but,
Here.
so
And then these two
then
here.
these 2.
So,
So it's 5 lots,
Two
and it's not
actions
a
for
major
5
because
lots.
it's 2 lots.
14,
okay,
so-
two current lots.
2 current lots.
Okay.
It's 2 parcels that have been existing.
They're all big, they're all.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
nice
I
size.
think, you know, really, nothing's done yet, but you think there's going to be homes built in all these?
Oh, I would assume so. I assume that's why.
You know, we're taking a significant amount of farm ground out. I mean, you put a house in the middle of 8 acres, what do you got? But
Good
that's the
news
way it
is it
is.
bumps right up against Decatur though, so I think from
Yeah, I
a,
think the sewer's.
From a
going in.
location
Is the sewer out
Sewer's
there?
either there or
I think
really
it,
close.
I think it's there. I think it runs down Pickway right there.
And I move we accept, both of the sheets as
I'll second.
subdivision.
Yeah, it's right there on the edge.
Yeah, right, it's just right on the edge of Decatur.
Yeah, I'll be sure to watch that one.
Obviously, that's where we want to encourage development to go,
Yeah.
in that fringe area.
Done. Really, what I was gonna talk to you about real quick, Mark, was Jessica's gonna be taking a 12-month sabbatical or a pregnancy leave,
12-month or week?
or, I'm sorry, 12.
Okay.
And I wanna make sure that if you need somebody out in the field, somebody's gonna be able to be out there. Okay, and I talked to Shannon about that, she assured me that health division is being covered, so if it doesn't happen, let us know.
Okay.
Okay,
That's our current list of.
this needs done.
Backlog.
Okay.
Did she hand that?
I mean, I didn't give her my list, but
We're gonna
that's.
have a meeting Thursday morning.
Eric,
This
Where was that
and they
stop
won
sign
down
that
here,
Jim
so
was
it's
talking
frustrating.
about?
That was a stop.
500
work
south.
order.
Where
When you
Pedro
go
lives?
down and
Or
ask
it's on
him.
one
Where
side.
Pedro lives? It's between, 000 between 4 south and 5 south.
000 between 4 and 5 south.
Yeah.
Time, and we both put our own stop work orders on. I can't get. no
000 the whole
permit
time
until I
I've been
didn't keep
through that.
going.
I've been down there
Until I
many,
get
many
septic permit.
times.
That should have been first.
Yeah.
It's
Still
been
there.
sitting in limbo for 5 years.
And they're living in it.
Always been that. Because by the time I knew there was a second story, it was already there.
Yeah, we've lived in.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's what
So
we need.
maybe I need to look at my fines and say, well, since I put that stop work order, it's this much per day and it's now,
Make you tear it back off.
1,000 days.
Yeah.
and-
Take it back off.
Yeah.
You can't afford it.
Yeah. All right, that's all I got.
Okay, thanks,
Okay.
Mark.
All the saints in Bern, I said hi.
We'll do.
Both of them.
County Attorney, Mark and or Clayton, what have you guys got for us?
Hey, thanks, how are you?
Hey, Ben.
Hey, Ben?
I don't think we have, anything on the current agenda. Let me look. real quick. Brooke sent me,
I don't remember her sending it.
no, I think we're all right. Just got a few things we can follow up on,
Okay.
but that's it.
Shannon, what have you got for us this morning?
Have anything
Okay,
for me?
Jody will be here next week, is that right? Okay, to talk insurance? Okay.
Good.
Okay, Anything from the public this morning? Not, we're gonna wrap her up.
Motion to adjourn.
Second, we're done. Thanks, everybody.